Welcome back everyone. Quickly, let's continue our discussion on CSS position, and right now we will be discussing about position absolute in HTML CSS. An element with position absolute is position relative to the nearest position ancestor instead of position relative to the viewport like fixed. However, if an absolute position element has no position ancestors, it uses the document body and moves along with the page scrolling. Note one thing right here. Absolute position elements are removed from the normal flow and can overlap elements. So I'm going to show you how all this works. We can form something nice. Back to our document, I've already created two div elements, and I gave one this background, red background, and gave another one the blue border only. So I'm going to show you how we can position all these elements and form something nice. This one is that we can find every tutorial concerning CSS position in our CSS position playlist to be able to follow along easily. And right now I'm talking about the CSS position absolute. And right now let's get back to our document. This is our document. I gave this one a class of absolute, is a div element. I gave another one a class of relative, is another div element. This one is having border and is having background, is having height and width. The second one is having border and having height and width, but is having position relative. This one is having position relative. The second one also is having position relative. The second one that is having position relative right here, let's try to position, let's change the position. Let's say for example we gave it top, we gave it 100 pixel. Let's say for our document now and see what will happen when we reload. Can you see when I reload, we just able to see it just created another blank white page, white space in between the top and the bottom, the top and the bottom, the div element, but it's not shifting, it's not moving to the top of this element. That's the benefit of now. That's where we need to use absolute. When we use absolute now, it's going to move to the top of this second div element, which is the relative element. Now let's reload our document now. Can you see it's moved instantly to the top of this red element? So moving to the top of the red element, we can move again, we can specify any type of value we want. That's the benefit of using the absolute CSS property. So I'm going to show you another thing you have to know now. So right here now, let's say for example if this one is static, let's say for example it's static right here, we reload our document now. Can you see this absolute blue div element is still going to work the same way even if it's sticky. So even if it's static or sticky or whatsoever, it's still going to act the same way, because we are saying that this blue element should come on top of the other. That's the position we specified previously. We specified the position. So one thing I want you guys to just take right here is that absolute position, we can use it to move our element from top to the bottom of another element, and it can overlap any other element. We can place it anywhere in our document. Now let's say I have one value I kept in my hand right here. I can specify this, I can comment it out. Let me comment it out. When I give it 120 pixel to at the top, and the right also I gave it 400 pixel 0.5. Let's reload our document and see where our position. Can you see now? See our position now. We are having it at this position. If just imagine if this is relative or sticky or whatever, it's not going to work. Let's give it static. If we give it static, it's never going to work. Can you see? It's never going to work like that. And if we give it sticky, let's reload if it's going to work. Can you see when I reload it's not working? And also if we give it when we give it relative also, can you see it's never going to work? And also when we give it another method, we have relative, static, sticky, we have fixed also. Fixed should be able to work. Can you see now? Fixed is able to work because we have discussed about the fixed, that it can place our element anywhere. Also it's just like absolute also, but absolute will not follow the element when you are using the ruler. Like now let's roll. Can you see our element is moving along with us? Our element is moving along with, but when you are using the absolute is not going to move along with you, but you are able to place your element anywhere. when I use the ruler now, can you see it's not moving along with us, but we are able to place our element anywhere we want. So that's one of the main useful of using the main benefit of using the absolute and the sticky. Absolute and fixed, sorry, absolute and fixed. The fixed will move along with you when you are using your ruler, but the absolute will never move along with you, and you are able to specify anywhere you want in your document where you want your element to stay. So that's the main benefit of using the absolute. I think I kill it right now. I want you guys to stay focused and stay put, because we still have a lot to talk about. We are now covering another thing again in the next section. And what akorede ayofe is my name once again. I wish to see you guys next time to the next tutorial. Peace and love. Have a great day. Thank you so much. Bye bye. And to the